in kind. Okay, now what is Islam? Now, Islam is a way of life. It's a civilization. It's built, and so, in Islam is ad-Din, and one way to understand ad-Din is the state. So ad-Din, in ad-Din in the law of Islam, you can't reduce the concept of Deen to state, but for sure, the concept of ad-Din as against religion, especially the Protestant conception of religion, contains within it a notion of state. So, in fact, to deny that Islam is a state is to deny that Islam is ad-Din, a living civilization. And if we go through the list, so Islam is a form of human association. Islam is al-Jama'ah, is the association. It's a ummah in that sense. And in that sense, it is an association, al-Jama'ah, and not a nation, because nation is also association, but nation is based on, blood ties, etc. And Islam build a community and Jama'ah and ummah based on Iman, Millat Abikum Ibrahim. So it is a human association. Number two, social order, establishing social order and peace is one of the maqasid of Sharia, maqasid of Islam, one of the purposes of Islam among mu'mineen, and because one of the purpose of the prophethood is yuzakkihim, he purifies them, and purification means purification of relations, and a state is a form of relation, association. It interconnects all those relation association, but that doesn't mean that Islam doesn't have a state. Okay, what was the next one? Methods. So, use of force is important. Legitimate use of force is well defined in Islam. There are laws which are based on rules, based on morality, but there are laws which are derived from, and it establishes Muslim community. It has relation to other communities and territory, and it recognizes the jurisdiction of Islamic community. It has its boundaries, different sort of boundaries, but there are boundaries, hudud, sughur, the whole concept. And finally, the concept of sovereignty is undeniable in Islam. Al-hukmu lillah, al-hakmiyah. That's one of the agreed upon creeds of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah and other Muslims as well. There's no difference between, Ash'ari, Maturidiyya, Hanbalis on this. Al-hakmiyah lillahi ta'ala. So there is an Islamic state, there is a modern state, there is a state. So where is the impossibility and contradiction? Unless you see Islam as some sort of a self-indulgent Protestant religion. Even Protestant had states in the 17th, 18th century. But if you are an extreme Lutheran, and for you religion is just a relationship between yourself and self, and the other self which you consider as God, maybe you won't have a state. But on the face of it, to deny that Islam has a state or needs a state is to deny that Islam has a concept of force, Islam has a concept of sovereignty. And especially in the face of the strongest states in the world, it's just persuading Muslims to succumb to imperialism and capitalism and not to jihad fi sabilillah wa jahadu fillah ka jihadihi wa huwa ijtabakum wa ma ja'ala alaykum fi ad-din min haraj millat abikum Ibrahim hanifa wa ma kana min al-mushrikeen and inna ad-dina inda Allahi al-Islam wal amru kulluhu lillah, etc., etc.